The ceasefire is cracking. Missiles are back in the sky, and the Gulf may be heading toward its most dangerous confrontation in years. A fragile ceasefire between Washington and Tehran is once again hanging by a thread after a dramatic overnight escalation pushed the region closer to a wider confrontation in the Gulf. Iran's Revolutionary Guard on Thursday warned of a decisive response if the United States launches new attacks on Iranian territory, following American strikes reportedly targeting areas near Bandar Abbas in southern Iran. The sharp exchange of threats marks the most dangerous escalation since the truce between the two sides came into effect earlier this year. In a statement published by Sepah News, the media outlet affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC), Iranian officials declared that, if this action is repeated, the U.S. military will face a decisive response. The warning came hours after both Washington and Tehran accused each other of violating the ceasefire agreement. The U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, said Iran launched a ballistic missile toward Kuwait late on May 27th, describing the incident as a flagrant ceasefire violation. According to CENTCOM, Kuwaiti defense systems successfully intercepted the missile before it reached its target. The statement added that Iranian forces had earlier launched 5 one-way attack drones near the Strait of Hormuz, all of which were intercepted by U.S. forces and regional allies. CENTCOM further claimed that a 6th drone was prevented from launching after American forces targeted an Iranian ground control site in Bandar Abbas. The U.S. military stressed that it remains committed to vigilance and restraint while defending American personnel and interests in the region. Iran, however, presented a different narrative. The Revolutionary Guard announced that it had targeted an American air base in what it described as a direct response to the U.S. aggression near Bandar Abbas. Iranian officials warned that any future strikes would trigger an even stronger retaliation. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign ministry condemned what it called repeated American violations of the ceasefire, accusing Washington of undermining diplomatic efforts and increasing instability across the region. The renewed tensions have intensified fears that the fragile truce brokered in April could collapse entirely. Analysts warn that any further military exchange in or around the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical oil shipping routes, could have severe global consequences. Oil prices climbed again following the overnight developments, reflecting growing concerns in energy markets over the possibility of a prolonged confrontation between the United States and Iran. As accusations continue to fly from both sides, the region now faces a dangerous question: whether the latest escalation is merely another warning shot or the beginning of a broader conflict that could redraw the security landscape of the Middle East.